Yo, yo, yo. What's up, guys? What you doing? Happy Sunday. Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see you guys. Man, sorry, a little bit late getting going this morning. Chonky boy's moving slow. I'm basically a tortoise. Big old fat tortoise this morning. Apologies. Dudes and dudettes, it's so good to see you. Yo, gamer, what's up, my dude? We are going to do a bit of a stream of after the news, obviously. We're going to get a little bit more of the forest in today with our buddy, my name is Pinky. Our buddy, our mod, the man, the myth, the legend, my name is Pinky. We'll play a little bit more of the forest today, keep progressing with storyline stuff. And then we're going to do a little bit more Fortnite with our buddy Byzantine. Cool. The other legend, one of our other mods, and also a content creator. Let me shout out Byzantine real quick. That way you can check out Byzantine's channel. Here we go. Amazing individual. Amazing person. Content creator. Huge supporter of our community here. Definitely deserves some love. So if anybody is seeing this later or currently that is not familiar with Byzantine, you should definitely go check out Byzantine's channel and show a little bit of love, throw a follow, show some support over there. And we'll be playing together tonight, this afternoon, our time. Afternoon anyways, here in the channel for some Fortnite later. Day 2 of trying out Fortnite. Cool. So that's the play. We're gonna go ahead and jump into this video gaming news segment. Cool, for today, January 22nd. All right, let's go get it. Let's go. Just so you know, this is what we're listening to this morning. This is Subnautica soundtrack. Yeah, good stuff. It is an amazing game from what I understand. I can't talk from experience. I haven't played it yet, but it is a very aquatic, mostly underwater experience of survival, base building, resource gathering, that type of game. So not all that far off from a genre of what we're currently playing in the forest, just maybe different kind of environmental setting, some different kinds of biomes, things like that. So storyline's going to be different, obviously, but we're going to play Subnautica and the big DLC Below Zero for that game later on this year. But if you're enjoying the music, go check it out, okay? It's a great OST. It's supposed to be a magnificent game as well, so go take a look, all right? On that note, cut it. Get rid of that music. Let's go ahead and take a look. You're loving some Chaos Bane? Cool, gamer. That's awesome, dude. I'm glad you're enjoying it, buddy. That's great, man. Good stuff. Nothing new. Let's see. Let's go with this. See what we got here. Ooh, Riot got hacked. Uh-oh. Let's take a look at what that resulted in there. Let's see what's going on. Video game remakes should be more than just HD clones. I agree. I agree with that. To an extent. It depends. Part of that depends on the community you're catering to. So obviously there are games from a long time ago that people want to see remade and developers are remaking. and the community and that has remained around some of these old titles doesn't want to see the developers stray too far, right? But there is something to be said for being able to enhance gameplay around what the game should be in a modern take, right? But not straying too far from what the game was originally. So it's a very fine line to walk, and if you don't walk that line very well as a developer, you are not going to. The title is not going to be well received, probably from at least a lot of people that are fond of those games in the first place. So the people that are fond of those games initially are not necessarily going to love the remakes if the remakes stray too far from what they were as originals. I think people understand that games being remade are going to be a little bit different, but they shouldn't be drastically different, if that makes sense. But with, the way that, like, for instance, like you see right here, this has got a screenshot of Isaac from Dead Space right here in the middle, the forefront here, which is appropriate because we've got Dead Space Remake about to drop right within the week. And it's a tough situation. This game came out in 2007, I think? 2008? I think it was 2007. Could have been 2008. And that's a lot of time. It's a lot of time. We're talking like roughly 15 years. 12 or 13 or 14 to 15 years. And technology has advanced a lot. Game development has advanced significantly, which means that games can absolutely be enhanced to bring a better experience over what the game maybe could have done back then. So it's, again, a very tough line to walk in remakes of still maintaining that essence of the original, which brought so many people to love some of these iconic games, and bringing about some new incorporations that maybe would have been in the game initially had the technology been there in the first place when the game was developed originally, right? So it's tough. It's tough. Oh, PS4 users worried about console's future. I mean, look, I'm not even going to dive in. I've talked about this enough. You should be worried as the PS4 is dying. There have been key indicators as of late that the PS4 is dying, and this is the. I don't even need to jump into this article. It's a cyclical world. The gaming industry is. It's basically runs in a life circle of console. Where when the PS4 came out, about halfway through the PS4's life cycle, the PS3 started getting phased out. That is currently what's happening to the PS4. The PS5 came out roughly 2.5 years ago. That is halfway through the normal life cycle of a console. And at that point, the previous gen console starts getting phased out, which is what's happening to the PS4 and the Xbox One. Okay? It's inevitable. It always happens. Does that mean that just all of a sudden no more games are going to be made for previous gen consoles? No, absolutely not. But it is going to start happening at an increased rate. We're already seeing more developers not care to be developing their games on the previous gen consoles, and it's just something that people have to embrace. It is what it is. It's absolutely inevitable. I think that this generation of previous gen consoles are going to last a little bit longer than maybe say this has occurred in the past, because of the fact that it's been so hard to meet demand for supply of new gen consoles, specifically like PS5 and Xbox Series X and S. But ultimately, they're dying, right? Sony already at the end of the third quarter, beginning of the first quarter of the last calendar year, was very public about the fact that they have stopped even counting sales numbers of PS4. There are a lot of indicators that PS4 is dying out, right? So it's part of the way the life cycle works in the console world of gaming. It's inevitable. It happens. Xbox 360 Classic can now be downloaded for free. PlayStation Plus subscribers losing one of the best PS2 games. See what that is? Okay. So over the past few days, we've seen some different stuff come out about the Halo developer 343, right? This is a development studio underneath Microsoft. So there's been a couple of different things that have come out over the past few days regarding 343. Not only have they incurred significant layoffs under Microsoft, but they've also been basically informed by Xbox and Microsoft that they will no longer be the lead developer on Halo moving forward. So they will be the parent company to oversee Halo development, but they won't be hands-on with the development anymore. They will be basically like helping to take a look at what is happening within the development process and give input on the development process of Halo moving forward. But the developer 343 is no longer going to have anything to do with hands-on development of Halo moving forward, apparently. So it looks like they've got some quotes for us to take a look at about these topics, and we'll see what they have to say. Animal Crossing light game now free to download. We'll see what that is for everybody. So, gamer, what is it about Chaos Bane that you're enjoying so much, dude? Elaborate, please. Let's hear it, dude. To an individual like myself that has never played Chaos Bane, anybody else out there in the community that might be watching this now or see this later, what is it about Chaos Bane that should pull them in and make them give it a try, dude? Let us know. Pitch it. Pitch us Chaos Bane. Let's go, dude. We've already seen this. If you're not aware, there are a lot of fake Last of Us games being pushed out there, whether it be fake versions of it. Mostly it's fake versions for PC, okay? So there are fake versions of this game being pushed out for PC. So you should only be grabbing, obviously, I mean, this is all the way around, okay? This is all the way around. You should only be getting your software. All right, dude. Yeah, you're good. You should only be getting your software from reputable, verified businesses and sources and platforms, okay? If you're out there trying to grab pieces of software and games and stuff from websites that are not reputable, you've never heard of before, you can't find on if it's a website you've never heard of, my advice is you should probably do a quick search of, is quote unquote this website legitimate? And usually you'll get some results in a nice quick Google search there about whether or not you should be actually accessing that website or at all, or whether it's a scummy business, things like that. But understand this. You should only, especially The Last of Us, there's a lot of scammy, malicious kind of software being pushed out, duping people into getting like really, really cheap versions or free type versions of The Last of Us that's just exploiting their PCs. So If you come across a deal for a game that seems too good to be true, especially a deal from a website you've never heard of, a business you've never heard of, it's probably too good to be true. And you're setting yourself up for a hard time moving forward. You're probably setting yourself up to get your PC injected with some kind of software that'll end up showing somebody on the other end what kind of money you have in your bank account and how they can access it and all kinds of different stuff. So be very careful. Yeah. Switch Online users surprised with exclusive free. Is that free? Exclusive freebie. Cool. Looks like comicbook.com is thinking that the One Piece Odyssey is the best One Piece game yet. So maybe check it out. I'm not going to go into this review, but I've heard some good stuff about the game so far. So if you're into One Piece or it looks interesting, go check it out. Xbox Game Pass rumor claims big PS5 exclusive is being added soon. Okay. Limited run games return to Monkey Island fan bundle. Let's go. Fortnite leak reveals Chapter 4 surprise. Take a look at that for everybody. Let's go look at our other search real quick. Crystal Dynamics is ending support for Marvel's Avengers. We had already kind of heard this was probably going to be something that happened at the end of this year, but let's see what's happening here. Unfortunately, here's the deal. We've seen, some screenshots of another game they're working on and planning on releasing, which is the Suicide Squad game. And it looks very, very, very monetized. I have no idea yet whether that game is going to be a pay up front game, but you can already see a battle pass in the game. You can already see a store shop or a store, like a microtransaction store in the game as well. And if they're looking for you to pay up front for that game also, get wrecked. So let's see what this has to say about Crystal Dynamics. Look, that was one of the biggest, the big, huge criticisms about Marvel's Avengers out the gate was the huge amount of transaction. Like they were just trying to suck money out of people, and it was like, this is ridiculous. Not only that, but it was just like kind of really repetitive gameplay and stuff. But let's see what's going on here. We've already seen PS5 update coming. Apparently, they are incorporating a cloud gaming service that is going to allow top tier subscribers. Their PS Plus, what is their PS Plus Premium? I think is their top tier. If you're a subscriber to their top tier, which I think is their PS Plus Premium, you are going to, whenever the cloud service releases, have access to that, but only the top tier. Woo, give me that money. Look, I am not even a League of Legends fan, but if you have not watched Arcane, which is on Netflix, it is absolutely amazing. I had one of our community members tell me when it first came out, I think it was Madhoff actually, was telling me, you should check out this show. Even if you don't like League of Legends, you should watch this. And I did, and I could not stop. And I cannot wait for the next season of it. It is absolutely amazing. I think, Riot is doing an amazing thing with their League of Legends universe. Not, even though League of Legends doesn't necessarily appeal in its MOBA game to a lot of people, even Teamfight Tactics doesn't necessarily appeal, but they've come out with a lot of different branches of entertainment just based off of this universe, because there's a lot of characters, there's a lot of lore, and it's given them a great opportunity to expand, because there are a lot of people that like League of Legends. There's also just a great potential there, and they've realized that, and they've used it. So they've got League of Legends, they've got Teamfight Tactics, they've got, Project L, I think, is their fighting game that is utilizing a bunch of League of Legends characters that looks great so far. It's in development. They've got Arcane, which is their TV show adaptation or series adaptation that's on Netflix, which is fantastic. I mean, it's phenomenal. It really is. It's so good. They've got some other games that they've come out with to expand on the universe. They've done a great job. And it's really keeping that universe fresh, allowing people that gravitate towards different types of entertainment or different genres of games to jump into that universe without necessarily needing to know much about League of Legends in the first place. It's pretty cool, man. They're doing a good job with it. Genshin Impact version 3.5 rumors suggest events. Let's take a look at that. This is horrifying. Look, we saw this yesterday. It hurt my heart. My heart got hurt yesterday when I saw this. This is horrifying. Internet rages as U.S. Customs ruins $10,000 worth of Pokemon memorabilia. It was a single Pokemon Yellow A+ graded cartridge in a box that was also shipped in a plastic protective container, still wrapped in cellophane, everything. Like, Customs snapped open the plastic outer protective plastic container, then took a box knife and just like cut open the entire front of the box. It was an A+ 9.2 graded Pokemon Yellow. Never been opened. And U.S. Customs destroyed it. I was like, this is insane. Like, what? I couldn't even believe it, man. So we read about that yesterday. If you want a good look at it, take a look at yesterday's news segment. It's January 21st. But I mean, dude, it hurt me to see it. To pull up the images and look at it, it was literally heartbreaking to me. And I can only, I was just under the impression that this would blow up, and it looks like it is, as it should. A lot of people in the gaming world are very passionate about, you don't even have to necessarily be a collector, but you respect the fact that there are people that do collect these kinds of things. I just collect my own vintage stuff that I've had, and you know, all the stuff that I buy. I never get rid of it. I always collect it. I love my gaming stuff. So seeing somebody have something like this and to for U.S. Customs to just destroy it, just wow, couldn't believe it. Persona 6 report suggests release date is sooner than expected. Take a look. Last page here. Apex Legends teaser hints at class reworks. Google cuts as well in the tech industry, gaming industry. There's a lot of layoffs right now. Google as well. Oof. Yikers. This isn't gaming, so I'm not gonna dive into this, but I would love to you know, if that's for reals, go Disney. I'm slash S being sarcastic. Get wrecked, Disney. Um, it looks like, dude, this is let's talk about this. This is something that I detest about the current gaming industry. Apparently Sonic Frontiers has an issue of pop in, um, which people have created mods to fix on PC. So the developer didn't get it figured out, the community did. And while dude, I love the fact that communities in the gaming industry are so good about coming together and fixing issues with games. It's it's terrible that it no longer falls on the developer to get the issue fixed because it does, but the developer feels like, oh well, there's a mod out there now, we don't have to worry about it, it's fixed already. That's quite often what happens in this situation, and I hate that. They shouldn't have had the issue in the first place, and apparently it took the developer too long to address it. So, community came out and fixed it for themselves and for us. As other gamers, this is the same thing. Thanks, gamer. I'll read that in just a moment. This is the same thing that happened with, say, Final Fantasy Remake Integrate, which was a trash port to PC apparently, but there were a bunch of mods that got made by gaming community, you know, that fixed a lot of the issues. But in my mind, dude, while that's an amazing thing, and I really, really appreciate how many amazing gamers are out there that are willing to develop things like this to fix games and devote the time to do that, it shouldn't be on the community to fix these things. It's the developer's problem. And just because there's a mod to fix it doesn't mean the developer should have an out. The developer should still be working on fixing the game so that people don't have to rely on a mod to fix these kinds of issues. So that's my take. We see it happen too often. Again, kudos to the gaming community, to gamers that are devoted to fixing the issues that developers don't want to worry about. Because thank God for these individuals. but it still is terrible that we're just like fixing problems for developers that developers don't want to deal with, you know. Okay. We'll stick with these. Let's see what Gamer has to say here. So I prompted Gamer to give us a bit of a breakdown about why Gamer thought Chaos Bane, Warhammer Chaos Bane was such a good game, why he is so immersed right now, and why we might want to take a dive in. Chaos Bane, there are 6 characters. Max level is 50. After reaching 50, you change to legendary levels. As you play through the game, you unlock other features: Tower of Chaos, Expeditions, Invasions, Relic Hunts, different tiers of gear sets: white, blue, gold, green, red, and green. Common, uncommon, rare, and heroic. Green is the relic gear set, which are difficult to come by. Chaos Bane is based on TN. Okay. RNG. Gotcha. It's quite similar to Diablo, yeah. First character, level 74, legendary. Haven't found any relic green gear. Wow. Over level 1,000? Wow, dude. Yo, have you seen the game we're going to start playing at the end of the month? Dude, you might like this. Have you seen the game we're going to start playing at the end of the month? Is it, so this is supposed to be releasing on January 31st? Yeah? This is a game, just so everybody knows, this is the game that we're going to start playing on January 31st. It's a very dungeon crawler kind of, think Diablo, because that's, you know, the game. Diablo is the series that made these kinds of games so popular, right? But ARPG, it's supposed to have an absolutely incredible amount of customization in your skill set, the way you can create your characters, for the way your skills are set up and everything. So there are obviously a certain amount of character classes that you can use. Stop it. Certain amount of character classes you can use, but each of the character classes, even if you're playing the same character class as somebody else, it can end up being significantly different. Like, to the fact of being completely different than another player of the same class, because of how customizable the skill tree stuff is. Here, see if this shows it. One of these shows the... That's very cool though, Gamer. I appreciate that, dude. So yeah, there's all the skill tree stuff, see? It's like supposed to be an absolutely insane amount of customization in the skill tree stuff. It looked really cool to me, and it's coming out in early access on January 31st, so I figured, you know what, let's give it a shot for a little bit. We'll play it for about a week straight, see how it feels, because then I'll be getting into Hogwarts Legacy on the 7th, and I don't know, if I enjoy it, then I'll keep playing it on the weekends or something like that. And it's a multiplayer game, so anybody else that wants to get in can play with us, you know, could be good. Sounds about like what you're getting into right now, though. So anybody that's into like top-down dungeon crawling ARPGs might enjoy this game too. But again, it's hitting on January 31st. So that's what we're going to be playing in here coming up. Sounds similar, dude. Cool. Let's see here. Thank you very much for the breakdown, buddy. I appreciate it. It sounds very cool. So anybody that is into these types of genres, if you haven't played Chaos Bane, it might be worth a look. Yeah? Yeah, buddy. Limited Run Games Return to Monkey Island Fan Bundle. Via Limited Run Games, this superb bundle bringing the classic Return to Monkey Island back to gamers and collectors, available on Switch, PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. There's even an upgrade anthology kit to bring them all together in the $419 fan bundle that includes all the versions and the anthology kit. Go buy a GPU, dude. Pre-orders are now open and close on the 5th of March, and here's a look at what you get in the fan bundle. Look, so they do really, really cool collector's editions of things on this site, limited run games. I show people this site occasionally here on stream. It is very cool. You get a floppy disk styled USB. That's pretty cool. There are a lot of people that, like collectibles and limited run. Limited run does all kinds of cool stuff. I'll link this and I'll show you their site real quick. They make like physical copies of games into like Super Nintendo games, regular Nintendo games, stuff like that. Where's Limited Run? Right here. Check out their storefront. And they're doing this Monkey Island thing now too. Yeah, see, like this was last year. They had like a Dragon View game that they made on Super. It was all green cartridge and stuff, which is very cool. You go to their shop. Just go to their main page. It'll show you, like, they've already got the Monkey Island stuff up, but they've got all kinds of stuff. Loom, Blossom Tales, RFL, Spidersaurus. They make all these, like, physical copies of games you might not necessarily be able to get ever or anymore as physical copies. And they do a bunch of collector's edition stuff, too. It's a really cool, they got, like, Night in the Woods, limited runs, collector's edition stuff. Look, these like Super Nintendo games, like it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. Dead Space, collector's edition stuff. It's pretty wild. It's a really cool site. If you're into like just neat gaming stuff, this is a pretty cool website to check out occasionally and see if they have something that might be up your alley. Okay, there you go. Fortnite leak reveals huge chapter for surprise. A new Fortnite leak has potentially spoiled a major surprise coming to the game later in Chapter 4, thanks to data miners constantly digging through the files of every single update to the game. We have a constant stream of leaks derived from these files, and more often than not. That says note, but that's supposed to be not. These leaks are reliable. Sometimes in development, things can change, and these files end up being a glimpse into altered or scrapped content. This is more than the exception. But this is more the exception than a rule. Despite this, take everything that falls with a grain of salt. Taking to Twitter, well-known Fortnite leaker Fort Tory relayed word that there is now a temp poi ambient bank sound file, and the files for a poi or POI on the current island named Tilted Towers, suggesting the iconic Fortnite location is coming back sometime in the nearish future. Below, you can check out the evidence for yourself. Chiming in, a prominent Fortnite account on Twitter named Akko noted this could be related to nothing more than the clock tower in the ice cave, which is true, but it also just speculation. Right now, we don't know what these files are hinting at. Of course, even if Tilted Tower returns, there's no guarantee it will be the same old nostalgic Tilted Towers players will remember from the first chapter of the game. At the moment of publishing, Epic Games nor any individual at it involved with the game's development has commented on this leak and speculation it has created. Yeah. So, grain of salt here again. Speculation. We'll see. Crystal Dynamics is ending support for Marvel's Avengers. I've kind of been telling everybody to get ready for this, but it's coming a bit sooner than I thought it even would, I think. Marvel's Avengers was a controversial video game right from the start, and it never really shook that reputation, even as it continued to churn out new content. They announced Bucky, the Winter Soldier, being added to the game, and it took them like 3 or 4 months to get that put into the game. So I don't know about churning out new content. That's some slow butter. A live service Marvel game from the developers of the Tomb Raider reboot was an odd pitch, and its Cinderella story is at least coming to an end later this year. Okay, so same thing that I've been telling everybody. We had read here as well that it was going to be the last year at the most that they were going to support this game. Crystal Dynamics announced earlier this week They will be making one last update to the game on March 31st. That's it? Update will include a variety of changes, mostly dealing with balances to the game system and economy to prepare for a final end for live support of the game on September 30th. Okay? So, September 30th will be, they'll no longer be supporting the game. Yep. All premium credits will be depreciated and converted into earnable resources to provide players with a boost after the update goes live. In a slightly bittersweet move, all cosmetics will be available for free starting on March 31st, including a variety of MCU and comic-inspired outfits for each of the heroes. In a fact list underneath the main announcement, the Marvel's Avengers team included a few additional bits of information about the game's final months of support. The game will still be playable after September 30th, both in single-player and online multiplayer. After September 30th, though, the game will no longer be purchasable from digital storefronts, and there will be support should a save file get corrupted. Finally, Spider-Man will forever remain a PlayStation exclusive character, a relic of a bygone era of gaming. Yeah, Crystal Dynamics was purchased last year in the acquisition that Embracer made off of Square Enix, where Embracer got all of Square's North American development studios. They got the IPs for Tomb Raider, Thief, Deus Ex, all that. So this is also, they got Crystal Dynamics. Square initially held the Marvel license to make Marvel's Avengers, so it's possible this shift has something to do with the termination of service. Crystal Dynamics is keeping busy, though. They are working with Amazon Publishing to make the next installment in the Tomb Raider franchise. And Marvel isn't resting on their laurels either, with Marvel's Midnight Suns beginning its season pass rollout this month. And Marvel's Spider-Man 2 is slated for a fall 2023 release. Who's making... Is it Crystal Dynamics that's making the... Who's deving this? Rocksteady. My bad. It's Rocksteady. So I apologize. It is not Crystal Dynamics. This is Rocksteady. But it was getting comparisons to Marvel's Avengers already from what we've seen. So that's unfortunate. It's also a WB game. So are we all that surprised? Yo, Timon, what's up, buddy? No, I haven't, dude. I haven't. Do you have a clip? Or do you have a link? I mean, I'm not surprised, dude. I've been telling everybody that, like, I'm staying far away from that game. You posted it on Discord? Yo, cool. Check it out. Hold on. Why is my Discord not up? Hold on, dude. Hold on. See this real quick, dude. Thanks, brother. All right. Played about 4 hours of Forspoken. Took a little while to get going. The game is going okay. I have to adjust to its systems a little bit. Fast-paced parkour and casting magic spells. A lot to take in. Forspoken has the open world tropes like heaving, collecting, and extra quests, but you can make it palpable. Two things I find sound are the set pieces and accessibility options, allowing you to adventure on your own. Dislikes, well, I'm not feeling the story extremely much, but maybe the beats will be better as I progress. All right, let's take a look at this. Hold on.
Did I just do that?
Well, definitely with my assistance.
I did not just do that.
We did.
I just moved shit with my mind.
Perhaps our connection has somehow awoken some abilities.
I just moved shit with my mind.
I just keep hearing I.
I just moved shit with my freaking mind! Yeah, okay, that is something I do now. I do magic, talk to sentient cuffs, kill jacked up beasts. You know what? I'll probably fly next.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
Oh, that's too far. Good to know there's a line.
If you could just master these new abilities, with my help, of course.
Did you not just see me take out that gnarly beast? Oh, bring it, you mangled monsters.
You know, we read about this stuff in the news. Yo, thanks, dude. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's pretty bad, dude. I agree. We talk about this all. We actually see articles about this written occasionally too. It's about how bad writing has gotten in video games quite often. You know, it's a pretty good example. Pretty good example, in my opinion, anyways. What is this being played on? Because, dude, this didn't even look very good to me, by the way. That looked actually pretty terrible. I think some of y'all need to have a sense of humor and appreciate the cringe. Find it charming? Sorry, Johnny boy, not me, dude. It was really bad. The way the voice acting was put together too, it didn't feel like it synced up very well. Like the way that they were supposed to be having like a conversation, it didn't feel like they it didn't feel like they were having a legit conversation with one another. It was like it felt very separated. It was like, okay, voice acting line, play, stop. Okay, next voice acting line, play, stop. That's the way it felt to me too. It didn't feel like you had like two entities there or whatever having an actual conversation. It didn't feel very well done. I don't know. It was pretty cringy to me too, dude. Yeah. But again, this is the a big part of the. That's why I talk about so often whenever I play a game that has such good writing in it, such good storytelling. It's very, very, very blatantly notable because it doesn't happen all that often anymore. There aren't a lot of like fantastic writers for games, I don't think. You know what I mean? It's very, very in your face. Whenever you play a game that's like, God, that story was amazing. You know, is every single piece of writing in those games, you know, blowing you away? No, but a lot of it is. And then you get into games where it's like, really obvious when you're missing that aspect of a story where the writing's just kind of bland or subpar, you know? Yeah. Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. It's a notable part to me as who I am as a gamer. It's one of those things I talk about all the time. Dude, it is an absolute art form. Being a good writer is just as much an art form as making music, as creating art pieces, if you will, whether it be digital art, drawing, painting, what have you. Writing is the same thing. You can be very, very good at it, or you can be pretty not good at it. Oh, you 100% in Stardew last night? Sick, dude. GG's. So it's one of those things where it really, really, really stands out whenever you get into an experience, an immersive experience, where you're kind of slapped in the face with amazing writing, and then another when you get into an experience where you're punched in the face with terrible, cringy writing. You know? Like, keep slapping me, stop punching me. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yo, that's really good, dude. Thanks. Hopefully that made sense. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yo, GG's on the Stardew stuff, man. That's insane. We'll keep moving here, but yeah, that didn't really hit me very well either, dude. That was pretty bad dialogue. in my opinion. Genshin Impact version 3.5. Rumors suggest events featuring Archon Quest, Faruzen, Alice, Windbloom, and many more. Yeah, let me finish this article and then I'll pull this up, dude. Yeah, give me a second. Don't start auto playing. You know what? I think we've seen this already. I have seen this already. Yeah, I've seen that already. That's kind of an old that's an old clip, dude. I'm pretty sure, isn't it? But give me a second, we'll talk about it. Genshin Impact version 3.5. I think we've talked about that already before too. Events featuring Archon Quest, Faruzen, Alice, Windbloom, and many more. Dude, is that just a... Okay. Genshin has been a fan favorite gacha game in the video game industry that has been gifted a loyal fandom. And this gets reciprocated well with events like the Lantern Rite event, the Exquisite Night Chimes event, and many more. While version 3.4 makes everyone a fan of it, the next version's event list might just have hit the internet. Genshin Impact version 3.4 has been a fruitful one with the welcome of the new 5-star Dendro Alhaitham and 4-star Dendro Yao Yao. The two additions were highly anticipated by the travelers. As of now, Hoyoverse has voiced the inclusion of Dia and Mika in the upcoming version. Moreover, the fans are also guessing about the arrival of a playable character of Cloud Retainer in the future. But here's what the rumors have tweeted about the upcoming events. The timing of version 3.4 couldn't be more ideal, as the Lantern Rite event will be celebrated by the players on the occasion of the Chinese New Year. But in every Genshin Impact player, there will always lie a curiosity to know more, to get more insider information from leaks. Twitter account Genshin Intel, which has had a success rate in predicting the upcoming features of events, propagated a leak about the events that the next version will carry. As per the user's tweet, the events are Chapter 3, Act 6, featuring Dansleaf, Kia, and Ide. Windbloom version 2, free event, Claymore, Shroom Tower Defense, Vibro Crystal Research version 2, Spices from the West version 2, Faruzen Hangout, Ilu, Kokomi, Sarah, and TCG, and Alice. As it turns out, Windbloom version 2 free content, free event, Claymore, Shroom Tower Defense, Vibro Crystal Research V2, and Spices from the West V2 will be the events that will be coming to the version 3.5. Moreover, it seems the players will be getting the Archon Quest featuring Daneslev, Kia, and a suspected new character, Ide. Dude, this is, stop that. Faruzen, the newly added 4-star Animo, will be getting its own character event in the upcoming version. Alice, the mother of Klee, could possibly be featured in an event, but the how of it remains unanswered. Also, Ilu, Kokomi, and Sarah are rumored to be getting included in the Genius Invocation TCG mode of the game. It wouldn't be wrong to say that there are some enchanting things planned by the developers for the upcoming version, as per the rumors, which will keep the players glued to their gaming screens for endless hours. Okay. So there's a little bit for you there for what is possibly and probably coming for the next version of Genshin, okay? Yeah, dude, I've seen this. I think we've actually talked about this a little bit before. Let's watch this real quick, and then I'll comment on it.
Who else needs a bashing?
Maybe not.
Got your back, Sharky boy.
Okay. No, I haven't really seen that, but actually, yeah, I think the combat looks fine. It's fast paced. I enjoy fast paced combat. I like that. It looked entertaining. Yeah. Guns rather than boomerangs. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know much about that character in general, though. I mean, is that normally like so does Captain Boomerang usually use boomerangs, dude? Is that You know, I mean, I don't know much about that character in the comic book lore. Yeah, I mean, that's what I kind of figured with his name being that. You know what I mean? So as far as the comic book lore goes, yeah, I mean, you would assume that his name being Captain Boomerang would have him using boomerang. So I don't know. Maybe that's like his special or something, dude. Who knows? We'll see. I'm sure. This is my big thing, dude. If you haven't seen this, um, so one of the reasons I brought this up was because, uh, or was yeah. Have you seen this, dude? Take a look at this. Oh, where is it, dude? Is that not it? I don't think they're showing it right here. Dang it. Stop. Oh, right here, right here. This is probably it. No, it's not just Battle Pass though. It's Battle Pass. It's also got a store. It's like because it's got the tabs, right? It's got like Battle Pass up there. It's got a microtransaction store, and then I'm guessing they're wanting you to pay up front for the game too. You know what I mean? I can't find it right now, but um, yeah. So that's been my whole thing. We just saw this a few days ago, so it's funny that you brought this up. But I was just talking about it. It was like we saw that, and immediately whenever I saw that, I was like, okay, so they're gonna have a battle pass and they're gonna have a store, and I'm guessing this isn't gonna be a free to play game. So they're gonna want you to pay 60, $70 up front. Then they're gonna want you to pay for a battle pass. Then they're gonna want you to pay for cosmetics in game. Get wrecked, dude. So flipping terrible about the industry, and it's so bad to see that. So I don't know. Yeah, the action there didn't look terrible, but I hear what you're saying about the yeah, like what I don't know. Maybe the Captain Boomerang thing has something to do with special abilities, and the boomerangs will be really powerful or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know much about that character in general in the lore and stuff though. So it does seem kind of weird, doesn't it? Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you bringing us some content, man, for sure. Yeah, it's good to see you. And GG's again on the Stardew Valley stuff, man. That's sick. Persona 6 report suggests release date is sooner than expected. A new report about the unconfirmed Persona 6 suggests the game is releasing sooner than expected. Atlus and Sega have yet to confirm any game by the name of Persona 6, but they've teased the next mainline installment in the RPG series for quite some time. So far, nothing has come of these teases, but it sounds like the game is and has been ready to reveal as a new report claims it's very far into development. The report comes from a leaker well known within the Persona community over on Reset Era. According to this leaker, who goes by the name I Am Hero 2, the game is pretty far along. Quote. Referring to its development, how far along exactly they don't say, but this indicates the game is ready to be shown off extensively. To this end, it's claimed that a summer reveal may be in the cards. In fact, they say a reveal was already supposed to have happened. Come on, comic book, dude. There's something wrong in like every single comic book. It's like misspells and weirdly written lines and stuff. In fact, they say a reveal was already supposed to have happened already. Look, man, I'm not even, I'm kind of I can barely even speak English and it's my native language, but it's like I find stuff like this in their articles all the time. Why it didn't happen is not said, but game reveals get moved around all the time, especially if you're working with other parties. It's quite possible this game could be revealed at a PlayStation event, given the history of PlayStation and the series. Unfortunately, this is the extent of the information. Naturally, what is here should be taken with a grain of salt because it's all unofficial information. None of it has drawn any type of comment from Atlus or Sega. We don't expect this to change for a variety of reasons, but if it does, we will be sure to update the story accordingly. All right. So I'm sure we'll probably see something coming up. We knew Persona 6 was going to be coming before at sometime in the near future. Not maybe super near, but We'll get it when it's ready. Apex Legends teaser hints at class reworks. Apex leaks shared previously suggested that a sweeping class rework was imminent, one that would affix different passive abilities to better define classes of Legends compared to what we currently have. Those leaks have even gone so far as to name what these specific passives and groupings of Legends would look like, but Respawn Entertainment naturally hasn't said anything about the situation yet. That may have changed recently. However, given that players think there's a hidden teaser in the game's most recent trailer to suggest that a class rework is indeed coming in Season 16. The teaser in question appeared for less than a second in the trailer for the Celestial Sunrise Collection event. In the trailer below, you can pause the video 19 seconds into the action to see a trio of Ash, Pathfinder, and Octane on the hunt for more targets. If you look at their character icons in the bottom left corner of the HUD, you'll notice that both Octane and Pathfinder have a symbol next to their names that seem to indicate somebody moving faster than normal. It's something to the one Mad Maggie gets whenever she's running with a shotgun and maintains normal running speed while still having a weapon drawn. Take a look.
All right, let's do this. Ready to go.
Do you fear me?
That bunny mask was sick.
Celestial sunrise. A new year.
I'd like to see it more like Donnie Darko style, though. That'd be dope.
A celebration of new beginnings. Renewed strength. And good fortune. Foremost. Ashes to ashes.
You're welcome.
I know it's about the lunar event and everything, but
Fortune favors the bold.
Donnie Darko rabbit, best rabbit.
You're fortunate. I have much to teach you.
I love Apex, dude. I just wish it worked on my PC correctly. It crashes my PC, man. Only game that's ever done that. Just straight up will crash my PC. And I'm not on a slouch rig either, man. It just doesn't like my PC. I don't know. It's that symbol which people like Ross the Squirrel, who helpfully noticed this tease, think is the strongest indicator yet that we'll see class reworks in the next season. One of the potential classes in the leaks was an assault category, which supposedly will benefit from extra ammo, inventory, and red supply bins similar to the blue ones Lifeline can use. These assault characters are said to be defined by their offensive abilities and the power to pressure engagement. Skirmishers are another rumored class that center on mobility. If the prior leaks are accurate at all, those details line up with the fact that Pathfinder and Octane, both mobility-heavy legends, who are likely to be skirmishers, get the passive icon, while Ash, a likely assault character, lacks it. There's still some time to go in Season 15 before we get to see what's planned in full for the next season. So we won't know for a while longer what Respawn has planned in terms of new classes, reworks, and other Season 16 plans. Hiding teasers like this one in videos is common practice for Respawn, however, so this is a good indication as any as to what might be in the works. Xbox Game Pass rumor claims big PS5 exclusive is being added soon. According to a new rumor, a fairly major PS5 exclusive is reportedly being added to Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate, which may sound unbelievable at face value, but it's actually not that surprising. It wouldn't be the first PlayStation game or PlayStation exclusive to make its way to the Xbox subscription service, but it's not a common occurrence, and that's because it takes unique circumstances to trigger. For example, the MLB The Show situation, where the MLB forced PlayStation's hand into making the series multi-platform and into bringing it to the Xbox Game Pass. And then there are the Bethesda games PlayStation signed for exclusively before Xbox bought Bethesda. The game in question falls into the latter camp. According to a now deleted post on Reddit, it stated that Ghostwire Tokyo will be added to the Xbox Game Pass in March. Oh, Ghostwire Tokyo. Tango. Tango is the developer, and I need them to make Evil Within 3. Please. And considering the game's one-year PlayStation console exclusivity expires on March 25th, this makes sense. As you may know, this exact scenario played out with Deathloop, another Bethesda game PlayStation locked up before Xbox acquired Bethesda, when its exclusivity expired. In other words, this is the bet you would make at Vegas, but it's not been confirmed yet, leaving the door open for rumors to get an easy layup in first. That said, until we get this official information, take the rumor and prevalent speculation with a grain of salt. Yeah. If you don't know what Ghostwire Tokyo is, here it is. It was pretty well received. Pretty well received.
You see things others can't. Hear threats others don't. Fight when others won't.
It's pretty.
It's up to you to save Tokyo.
I love the Evil Within 1 and 2. I should probably give this a try at some point. But I need some more Evil Within. And what I need is for them to bring back Stefano. Stefano, best antagonist. Changed my mind. So there you go. Ghostwire, yeah. Looks like that'll be coming probably towards the end of March to Xbox Game Pass. Looks like it, looks like it. This is rumored, so this is not official, but pretty good chance here, okay? We'll keep in touch and we'll see it. As probably we get towards the beginning of March, we'll get some definitive information on that front, okay? Riot Games got hacked, guys. Riot Games got hacked, delays game patches after security breach. Riot Games, the video game developer and publisher behind League of Legends and Valorant, says it will delay game patches after its development environment was compromised last week. So, wow. Okay. The LA-based game publisher disclosed the incident in a Twitter thread on Friday night and promised to keep customers up to date with whatever ongoing investigation discovers. Excuse me. Quote, earlier this week, systems in our development environment were compromised via a social engineering attack, this company said. We don't have all the answers right now, but we wanted to communicate early and let you know there is no indication that player data or personal information was obtained. That's good. Riot Games also added that the breach directly impacted its ability to publish patches for its games. Unfortunately, this has temporarily affected our ability to release content. While our teams are working hard on a fix, we expect this to impact our upcoming patch cadence across multiple games, Riot Games said. The development teams behind League of Legends, Multiplayer Online Battle Arena, and Teamfight Tactics Auto Battler Games confirmed the incident on Friday. The tweets also acknowledged future delays to changes planned to be implemented in the game and towards the release date of the next major patch. This may impact our delivery date for patch 13.2. The League team is working to stretch the limits of what we can hotfix in order to deliver the majority of the planned and tested balance changes on time still, the League of Legends team said. Quote, other things like the ARI ASU might have to move to patch 13.3 on February 8th, but we'll keep you updated as we work through this. This issue may impact our ability to release the full scope of balance changes planned, but we're working to implement the most meaningful of those possible through a hotfix at our scheduled patch time, the TF team added. The head of League Studio, Andre Van Roon, added that nothing on the release plan for League of Legends patch 13.2 would be canceled. Nothing that would have been in 13.2 will be canceled. We might just have to move things that can't be hotfixed, like art changes, to a later date instead. This comes after 2K Games, another major video game publisher, said in September of 2020 that its help desk was hacked to infect some of its customers with malware. 1 month later, 2K emailed users to warn that some of their data was stolen and put up for sale online after the September security breach. A Riot Games spokesperson was not immediately available for comment when contacted by Bleeping Computer earlier today. We'll probably see more on this in the coming weeks to find out exactly what all happened in this breach and what we can expect with patches rolling out from Riot that have been affected by this, okay? So we'll keep tabs. Xbox 360 Classic can now be downloaded for free. A classic Xbox 360 game can now be downloaded for free via Xbox Live Gold. As a backwards compatible game, This offer extends to any Xbox Live Gold subscriber on Xbox One, Series S, or X. The game is not available as part of Games with Gold, or at least not really. The game is part of Games with Gold if you live in Argentina. If you don't live in Argentina, it's a bonus-free game that anyone can download by making an account with the region, which anybody can do. The game in question is Ikaruga. If any of this sounds familiar, it's because this game has been given away for free before through the Argentina version of Games with Gold. In fact, it's often given away for free, so it's possible you already own this game as a result. Why it's always given to Xbox Live Gold subscribers in Argentina, we don't know, but it's seemingly only ever in this specific part of South America. As for the game itself, it's a shoot-'em-up from the legendary developer Treasure. Originally an arcade game exclusive to Japan, Ikaruga was released in 2001 before coming to Sega Dreamcast in 2002, but again, only in Japan. The game didn't come west until it came to Nintendo GameCube in 2003. 5 years later, in 2008, it came to Xbox 360. On Metacritic, the game boasts an 87, or at least the Xbox 360 version does. This number increases and decreases depending on the platform. That's a pretty solid score right there. Shoot, dodge, and get hit. Ikaruga is a vertical shoot-'em-up that features a unique polarity switching gameplay. Reads an official elevator pitch of the game. Switch the ship's polarity and get hit and absorb enemy bullets. Achieve high score with a chain bonus. See this. Yeah, it's a if you know what Raiden, I always compare these kinds of games to like Raiden. It's like a bullet hell. Yeah, it's a vertical scroller. It's gonna be like I think a vertical scrolling bullet hell type game. But dude, looks cool. And if it's anything like Raiden, dude, Raiden's amazing. So free games is free games, man. If you can grab it, grab it. Cool. PlayStation Plus subscribers losing one of the best PS2 games. There's a reason the PS2 is the best-selling console of all time. That is because it's the best console of all time. That's going to be subjective. Of course, this is... okay, I should have just kept reading. Of course, this is a subjective claim, but there's denying it had many great games, for sure, including many great games that were exclusive to it. Not many of these games were better than GTA Vice City, sitting at a 95 on Metacritic, which makes it tied for 5th highest rated game on the PlayStation platform. Nobody needs any introduction to the game. If you don't know about GTA Vice City, you're living under a rock with no internet access, thus you couldn't possibly be reading this. For several months, the game has been playable via PlayStation Plus Extra and PlayStation Plus Premium, but this is changing. On February 21st, the classic Grand Theft Auto game will be leaving behind the subscription service. Will leave behind the subscription service, excuse me. Joined by the following games: The Turing Test, Rad Rogers, Sign More EX, Agatha Christie, The ABC Murders, Sign More EX again, because they needed to list that twice. Pure Farming 2018, Skydrift Infinity. I'm telling you, dude, comic book. They are always putting some weird stuff in their articles. Skydrift Infinity, Sparkle Unleashed, and the Book of Unwritten Tales 2. As you may know, the version of the game currently available via PS Plus Extra and PS Plus Premium is not the original PS2 version, but the controversial, the definitive edition, an enhanced version of the game that debuted in 2021. We put enhanced in quotes because it's questionable whether it's enhanced or not, because it suggests an improvement from the original version. And while it's been updated, it's debatable whether this future excuse me, is an improvement. All right. Halo developer 343 addresses concerns about future games. So 343 has addressed concerns about the franchise's seemingly uncertain future following a rocky week. There's a lot of history here, but to catch you up to speed, Halo is a franchise for Xbox, and it was created by Bungie for the release of the original Xbox. The series was huge and a pillar of the console, but Bungie eventually decided to part ways with the series and handed the baton to 343 Industries, which was built with the intention of carrying out the series going forward. Sadly, their games have been just okay, and the ones that are good are burdened by all kinds of launch issues and post-launch struggles. Earlier this week, after a troublesome first year for Halo Infinite, 343 Industries was hit hard by layoffs under Microsoft, as part of a larger Microsoft restructuring. The shakeup also saw Halo Infinite creative director Joseph Staten leaving the company to join Xbox's publishing division. It was troubling, and rumors of single-player DLC being canceled began swirling the internet, though insiders said no such DLC ever existed. So nothing changed in that area. Rumors also suggested that 343 was not going to be leading the charge on Halo going forward, but that doesn't seem to be the case. In a statement, 343 Industries head Pierre Hintz confirmed that Halo and Master Chief are here to stay, and that 343 Industries would continue making future entries with epic stories and multiplayer. Of course, it really remains to be seen in what way that materializes, but it doesn't sound like it's all doom and gloom for 343 or the Halo series. Either way, Halo seems to be safe. Of course, it's hard to imagine the franchise going away since it's so unanimous with the Xbox brand. However, there has been a lot of criticism directed at 343's handling of the series, that rumors of the developer being pulled off the series weren't exactly far-fetched. Yeah, we'll see what happens, because we've seen already reports that they are being basically put in a role of just helping guide the series moving forward. Kind of a parental role, if you will. Not having any hands-on development interaction with the Halo series at all moving forward, and somebody else will be handling all of the development operations of the game. So we'll see what happens. I don't know that Xbox hasn't actually come out and had any kind of official word on that, but we'll find out sooner or later for sure. Animal Crossing-like game now free to download. An Animal Crossing-like game, which also just happens to be a Nintendo Switch console exclusive, is now free to download. The catch is the free offer does not include any Nintendo Switch codes for the game, just PC codes. That's because the free codes don't come courtesy of the Nintendo eShop, but GOG. Good old games. All right? A digital PC storefront. That said, this is a limited time offer, more specifically, an offer that is only available for 43 more hours at the moment of this writing. And this was yesterday. Okay? The game in question is called Haven Park, and it wears its Animal Crossing inspiration on its sleeve. Though if you were going to make it a more direct comparison, it's perhaps most reminiscent of A Short Hike. According to Metacritic, it's not nearly as good as either of these games, though, as the Switch version only boasts a 68. However, over on Steam, the game has a very positive rating with 96% of 438 reviews rating the game positively. Quote, if you're anything like me, you probably look at the store page for this game and thought it was a clone of A Short Hike with some Animal Crossing thrown in. Try and make it stand out. End quote, reads one of the Steam reviews. I was very pleased to find out that Haven Park, while it clearly takes inspiration from A Short Hike and Animal Crossing, it still has its own ideas and very much is its own game. That it's well worth experiencing if you're a fan of either of those games or wholesome games in general. While it doesn't do anything that will blow you away, every part of the game works together in a magical way to create an experience that will very much put a smile on your face and stick with you after the final credits roll. This is the trailer. Let's take a look. Have you heard about the man with power? What power, you say? Haven Park. You hate Opus Magnum? Pinky, what's up, dude? Quote, B. Flint, who is doing his very best to keep his grandma's park up and running and make it a place for the campers to enjoy, learn the campers' wishes, and build whatever their hearts desire to attract even more quirky characters Look forward to whimsical conversations and quests, reads an official pitch for the game. Get to know the campers and learn more about the old stories surrounding the forest. Did someone mention a lost treasure? Go loot that booty. All right. So can you just grab them on GOG? Let's pull up GOG real quick. Yeah. So right here is your GOG storefront, right? And you can just claim now the giveaway for Haven Park. Okay, so appropriate. Let's talk about free games for a moment. I try to hit on free games every single day in the news segment. Give everybody an idea of what kind of free games, free software you can grab at the current right now in the moment, if you will. So you can get Haven Park for free right now through GOG. Right, GOG is good old games. It is a PC platform, right? It is an amazing PC platform because it is DRM free. TLDR, that means that games that don't have a online requirement for play, like a competitive online live service experience, you don't have to be connected to GOG servers to play the game as long as you already have the game downloaded and installed. There is no DRM requirement, which is really nice if, to just have some games on their platform here and there, a few games downloaded and installed and ready in case maybe your internet goes out. You can start these up. You can play them. You don't have to connect to GOG servers or anything. It is a kind of unique thing in today's age of digital libraries, okay? So there's that. Epic. We have Epistory, which is free right now through the 26th. And then we'll be able to grab Adios and Hell is Others. Okay? Welcome to the neighborhood. These will be free then. The other one, let's see if this is still available right now. It looks like it. Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle is free, okay? This is a game that has is creeping up on 50. It's over 5,300 reviews at 93% positive. You should have a button right here that says add to library, okay? You can just add it to your library for free. Blue Wizard Digital is the developer and publisher of this game. And it is, they're losing the licensing for this game because of the Friday the 13th stuff in it, right? They're losing the licensing for it. So it's having to be taken off of storefronts. So right now, you can play it for free, but you can add it to your library for free too. So if you add it to your library, they can't take it away from you. Go grab your free games, okay? Here's what I'll tell everybody too. If you're not a PC gamer, that doesn't mean you can't create accounts on these sites. You don't have to have the desktop application. You can create accounts on the websites just through a browser of these platforms. Steam, Epic, GOG. And whenever they have free games, you can just go in there, log in, grab your free games, and start accumulating some kind of PC gaming library, okay? That way, in the future, if you decide you want to jump into doing a bit of PC gaming, you'll have a plethora of games at your disposal to just dive into. You won't have to worry about going and buying a bunch of games right off the bat. You'll have an entire library of games that you can just go look at and be like, hey, that looks like that could be some fun. Let's try that out. You know what I mean? So even if you're just a console player right now, maybe go take 5 to 10 minutes, create yourself some accounts on these platforms, and just start grabbing your free games, okay? It's easy. It's free. It's free, man. Random emote time, guys. Get them in here. Right at the end of the news segment, baby. Yeah, you're looking for that give, please. Give, please. Give, please, free sub. Okay? Pinky's got a cat. I've got a dog. We're looking for give, please. Come on, guys. Get your random emotes in there. Nice, Gamer. Gamer got a bear. It must be Animal Day. around here. Okay. Last article I have for the news segment for today. Then we're going to move into our gaming stuff. We're going to go play some Forest with our buddy. My name is Pinky here, our buddy and our mod here. And then after that, we're going to go play a little bit of Fortnite with our other mod and buddy, Byzant King 1. All right. Last article. If you guys have anything to add you want to talk about, bring to my attention. By the way, shout out to Tinwin today, my friend. Thank you for the stuff that you've added to the news segment today. And to Gamer, dude, thank you for filling us in on what we can expect to get gameplay-wise out of Chaos Bane, because you're enjoying it, man. I appreciate that. Anybody else, you have anything to add, let me know in chat, and I'll address it before we move on, okay, guys? Nintendo Switch Online user surprised with exclusive freebie. Switch Online subscribers on any version of the Switch have been surprised with yet another freebie, this time involving Fire Emblem Engage, the brand new Fire Emblem game. Yesterday, Nintendo and Intelligent Systems released a brand new Fire Emblem game dubbed Fire Emblem Engage. Currently boasts an 82 on Metacritic, which is a strong score but a bit lower than its predecessor, Fire Emblem Three Houses. That said, if you're enjoying the new Switch exclusive or are a Fire Emblem fan in general, and are also a Switch Online subscriber, you'll be happy to know new profile icons have been added featuring characters from the game. A variety of different icons are currently available to exchange via Platinum points, but only for 1 week. However, there are 6 planned waves of different icons from the game. These waves won't feature any of the same icons, so if you miss out on one, you're out of luck. But there will be plenty of icons to pick up in case you do. Each icon, Somi, Celicia, Lumera, Marth, Vander, Clan, Thram, Alair, Male, Alair Female, and Alair Sword Liberation are all priced at 10 Platinum points. Right now, it's unclear if an expansion pack subscription is required to participate. All right. If you need this, I'll throw it in chat. Here you go. Boom. Cool. Them's the breaks, man. That's the news. That is the news. All right. So appreciate you guys, everybody that's always here, making this community such an amazing place for all of us to be, and for myself to be every day, to play games and hang out, and for us to just have a good time, creating such a safe, welcoming spot for everybody to be a part of, and for us to just have some laughs and have a good time. I appreciate it very much. So we're going to move on to our gaming content, which will be day 6 of the Forest and day 2 of trying out Fortnite. Cool. For anybody that might be checking out our video gaming news segment later on as a VOD on YouTube or as a highlight here on the Twitch channel, if you're enjoying the content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of these amazing people that are part of this community when we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. Start off all of our streams with video gaming news, and then we jump into whatever gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day, okay? Other than that, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, have a great rest of your weekend, and I will catch everybody tomorrow for January 23rd's edition of Video Gaming News. All right?